Hi, and welcome to Changing Phases Tarot on TikTok. So great to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading is a mid-monthly reading for all of the signs, focusing on career and finance and relationship and love. For the relationship reading, I'm using the Year of the Wheel Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. I will be pulling oracle cards from the Romance Angels deck. And the career and finance reading, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Sarah Marchetti. I'm pulling an oracle card from the Life Purpose deck. These, I'm actually having to re-record them. I had issues uploading them, ended up losing videos, so that explains the delay. It also explains why this intro is different than the intro on the first few videos that I uploaded on YouTube. Just, a big thank you to everybody who has been with me throughout this year and before that, and also new viewers. It's great to have you here. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I'd also like to encourage you to take a look at TikTok. If you happen to be on TikTok, I'm on there. I post shorter videos, obviously, but more focused on love and career. So if you're interested, it's at Changing Phases. Right, so I will stop for now, and we'll see each of the signs in a second for your reading. Hi, Sagittarius. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. As you can see, I've shuffled off camera and laid the spreads to save some time. So let's get started. Let's start off with your career and finance reading. In the past position, you have the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Nine of Wands, and the outbound energy, the Knight of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for your reading, you have the Six of Cups. And below that, there's Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So 6, 7, 8. Okay, different suit, but all right, so Six of Cups is your overall energy. You could be feeling very nostalgic about something to do with the job that where you currently work, the work that you do. You could be thinking back to kind of when you were younger. What was it that you had always dreamed of for yourself? I mean, the Seven of Cups showing up underneath it, this is that dreamy type of energy, right? It's having all of those options open to you. And sometimes, like in a finance or like a job reading, this can be when you're putting your resume out, or you're looking at all the job ads, you're submitting applications, for all of them. But mostly you're kind of looking at all of the different possibilities, weighing them up, thinking, oh, that one would be nice. So with that one might work, but not actually picking one of them. So, on the kind of the negative side, the Seven of Cups is that you do have so many options, and you are kind of caught up in the dreaminess of it all, and you're not making a decision about it. But then, behind that, we have the news. So something very positive, quick-paced news. So interesting. But this could be, news coming in quite quickly about, it could be somewhere that you used to work with the Six of Cups, and it's usually attached to, the past. It's thinking back on things. Sometimes it's thinking back with like the rose-colored, the rose-tinted glasses. So if you did work somewhere in the past and you're thinking back on it and kind of reminiscing about how you enjoyed working there, be sure that you're doing that in a very objective type way, right? Because a lot of times when we look back on the past and we have these fond memories, we tend to maybe view them as better than they actually were, or the situation was better than it actually was, the job was better than it actually was. So there's that as well, as sort of a cautionary message. But it has to do with the past. Can be also like a past life type connection. It can be going back to where you grew up. So, when you were a child, going back, maybe there's a job opportunity, or, something to do with where you used to live, or, when you were a child, it could have to do with reconnecting with people that you haven't seen for a long time. Yeah, but it's, I mean, it is a, it's a sweet energy. It's a very nostalgic type energy. And it's interesting because in all of these cards, green is a very prominent color, right? With this Knight of Pentacles, it's all very lush and green. He's in the middle of a forest. We have the Nine of Wands here. The man is crouched down in all of the green grass. We have this beautiful green, all the green pentacles, and like the green like turban and the, what am I trying to say, the scarf kind of hanging off his head. And then here in the Six of Cups, they're also sitting like in the middle of this really lush green field. So there could be something to do with work, something to do with outdoors. Maybe this job has to do with nature, working in nature, or something to do with the environment. It could also be, it's a card of good luck and good fortune with the color green. There could be that sort of abundance as well. But the Four of Pentacles here, if we start off in the past, this is a card that usually has to do with, or the sort of, again, the cautionary message of the card is to not want to hold on to your, your possessions, your money too tightly, right? You can see the man there, he's just clutching all of his coins. And by doing that, money becomes stagnant and money needs to flow. And so, we need to work hard for the money that we earn. We need to try to put some money aside, in case we need it for emergencies, or we're saving up to buy a new car, or, to put as a down payment on a house. I mean, we try to put some aside, but then we know that we need to spend money. We need to spend money on our bills. We need to spend money on food. We need to spend money on ourselves, our, families. So there needs to be this flow that money comes in. We recognize it. We're grateful for it. We use it to live. And then, there is this kind of in and out flow of it. When we try to hold on to it too tightly, not only are we not allowing it to go out, but we're also not allowing it to flow in. So, but it is, Pentacles, and it has to do with, and we have it over here with the Knight of Pentacles, is earth energy. And so it has to do with all of our material possessions. It's the money that we earn. It's our material possessions like our car, our home. It's our families, right? It's the tangible things we can touch and feel here in the material realm. With this Knight of Pentacles showing up as the outbound energy, you could be dealing with an older, sort of a middle-aged earth sign individual, male or female, even though he shows up here as a knight. The court cards are not gender specific in these general readings. So earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but male or female. And usually knights, they go off on quests. They bring back offerings, right? They can bring back news, or they bring back offerings, gifts. And out of all of the knights, because they are generally faster paced energy, but this particular knight, the Knight of Pentacles, is the slowest of the knights, right? As it's earth energy, it is very grounded and stable and doesn't move very quickly. But at the same time, it's very stable. So it has that staying power. There's longevity attached to it, right? So he's bringing in this offering, this gift. It could be the offering of a new job. It could have to do with, money coming in. This could be an offer like going back to the, thinking back on your childhood, or something to do with the home. They could be putting an offer in on a home. But it's an offer that, it is going to grow. It has this staying power, this longevity attached to it. And he's bringing it in. And it comes after, a long, hard fought battle, because this Nine of Wands in the present position, you're feeling tired. You've just been feeling as though you've just been working and trying so hard, and, trying one thing, trying something else. Maybe that's with all the, the different options here. You've been trying, in different jobs, like doing side jobs, doing extra things to make money. And it's like, up till now, nothing is kind of stuck. Nothing's really worked for you. But the Nine of Wands, it's like, He's nearly at the end, right? The tens in the tarot are endings of a cycle. He's nearly there, but he looks like he's resting, but he's actually still on the defensive. He's, ready for battle. He's ready for whatever that last hurdle is that he has to jump over, the last battle that he has to, obstacle he has to face. He's ready for that. And so it's like, okay, one last thing that I need to do before this major long-term opportunity comes in for me, right? And it could have to do with your oracle card that came out is writing. It says you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. So for some of you, there could be, an opportunity, this offer coming in. It could have to do with writing. Let me get the guidebook here. And let's see what else it has to say about this card. Here, it says you drew this card as validation of your dream to be a writer. Whether your medium is books, articles, or screenplays, the angels encourage you to explore writing as a career path. This will involve some self-discipline on your part, as you will need to spend time engaged in this activity on a daily basis. The angels remind you that writing is an art and not a science. Therefore, it can never be completely perfect. Your ego may whisper fears and insecurities inside your mind, designed to make you procrastinate about a writing project. If this occurs, call upon the angels, particularly the messenger angel, Archangel Gabriel, for confidence, clarity, and motivation. The angels will also help you find publishing outlets for your writing projects if you ask for their help and then follow their intuitive replies. So interesting. I mean, this could be for some of you, again, this dream, that something you've wanted to do ever since you were a child, be a writer. And like it was just saying, I mean, it can be in any area, right? It doesn't just have to be a book. I mean, you can be a writer and produce art, which is writing, in many different forms. The most important thing is to remain motivated, and I mean, I've listened to a lot of these, sort of inspirational and self-help type videos. And I heard once that they said, if all you do is kind of sit down, if every day all you do is write one page, which, when we sit down to write, one page seems like, oh, that's nothing. When you're planning on writing a book that has 300 pages, one page seems like nothing. But if you do one page each day, by the time you get to the end of the year, you have a whole book. You have 365 pages done. So, the important thing is to stay motivated, to not get down, right? To get back up again, stay motivated. And there's an offer coming in, right? And it's one that could be very beneficial and could be long lasting for you. So that's great. All right, let's move on. And let's move to the relationship reading. So you have in the past position, this is the 0 of the major arcana. This is the Fool. So new beginnings, new cycles, and a particularly, long cycle in your life closing out, and then a new one starting right up here with the Fool card. And I love the way that this Fool is depicted in this deck, because usually the Fool is shown as, having one foot on the edge of the cliff, the other one kind of dangling over, and then, being asked to trust in this new beginning, to take that leap of faith. This particular Fool is he's not only taking the leap of faith, he is rolling off the side of the cliff in this wheel. So it's like he's making the wheel turn. He's bringing in this new cycle. He's bringing in, all of these new wonderful things that go along with this new cycle. And he's doing it with a smile on his face. So he's not at all, scared. He is taking that huge leap of faith, and he's trusting in the universe. He's trusting in this new cycle. And so for some of you, this has already begun, right? You might have already started up a new relationship, this new cycle. This could be a new cycle within your current relationship. For others, this could be a brand new relationship. Excuse me. And with the Fool, this is usually associated with the sign of Aquarius. So you might be dealing with an Aquarius. We also have earth energy here with the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles in the present position. And this usually, the Three of Pentacles, it has like two people working together, and it usually has to do with like reaching a short-term goal, reevaluating, you know, working hard, maybe partnering with others to reach whatever the next milestone is, but having reached one, you know, smaller milestone, and then keeping the eye on the prize and working hard to get to the Ten of Pentacles. But this deck is interesting because it shows, one, we have an artist, and so we have him painting, and the other person on the card is actually just a painting. It's not like a real person. Well, I guess that it could be a real person that he's painting, but so there aren't like the two people working together here. It's like the one person working hard, and then, you know, producing, kind of designing, coming up with this vision, this beautiful woman. So you could have been manifesting, right, with this new beginning, and then he's creating the woman here. So there could have been some type of manifesting this new relationship. And, you know, the relationship could lead to, we have in the future position, the Four of Wands. This is, wow, this is the 1111 card. It's the soulmate card. It's also a card of celebration. It can be engagement. It can be getting married. It can be, you know, it's the happy home card. So moving into a new home. It can be moving in with another person. So moving in together. It can be buying a home, renovating a home. Especially in this deck, we see the man, he's holding planks of wood, you know, and he's built this tree house, which is kind of like, you know, a dream. I mean, look how happy the girl is, right? So this dream house. So, yeah, renovating, and with him painting here, right, with this Three of Pentacles, there could be something to do with renovating or painting, moving in together. That could be this new cycle. You know, if you're going from just dating to moving in together, it's a huge new cycle. And you have at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy is the Page of Chalices. This is the Page of Cups, which she can be, she can have to do with like a news coming in about something, but it can also be like news about a pregnancy. It can be news about the birth of a child. And she's also a very sweet energy, right? Usually the pages, they're younger, more mature energy. I usually view them more as messengers, so bringing in news about something, but it could be a younger, in this case, water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, could even be a child. And it's a very sweet energy, right? And it usually, when the page shows up, it's reminding us to kind of tap into that childlike innocence and openness, and, you know, to be more open, to be more accepting. It can also be to a card of healing, right? It can also have to do with healing. And immediately beneath it, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which, you know, if we're going from the 3 all the way up to the 7, I mean, there's a huge growth and progression there. And also, in this particular deck, the woman is pregnant. Okay, so I don't think I held that up very well. The woman is pregnant. And usually the 7 of Pentacles, it's about reevaluating, you know, seeing how, kind of taking stock, seeing how much you've improved. You can see that she has put in the time and effort. The seeds have grown. She now has a tree. The tree is bearing fruit. So, you know, she's feeling good about that. But then again, reevaluating and seeing what does she need to do to get her. She's gone from the 3 to the 7. How does she get from the 7 all the way up to the 10 of Pentacles? But there is a message here of pregnancy. And beneath that, we have Temperance, which is a card of balance. It can also be, can sometimes be healing, but balance more than anything. So all areas of your life coming into balance. And then we have a Queen of Cups here as well. And she's a very intuitive, a very caring, loving, intuitive energy. So lots of water here. So, you know, there could be a need to pay attention to your intuition, Really, you know, listen to the gut messages, those things coming through, the messages coming through. Pay attention to those, to your instincts. But news, there could be, and if this is, you know, this news cycle, and then the news about a pregnancy, I mean, that would be a completely new cycle. The man here going from, you know, the sort of drawing, designing what this perfect woman or perfect relationship is, and now they're welcoming in, you know, the family is growing here, and we have the like the home life, we have the father, we have the child. So obviously it's not going to resonate with everybody, but there could be, for some of you, there could be this, you know, great growth and children and moving home, renovating a home, a brand new cycle. For others, if it doesn't have to do with pregnancy or, you know, children, it could just be openness, right? Being open, because this page of chalices, this page of cups, she is a very open, very receptive. So, you know, it's sort of encouraging you to be more open and accepting, which does tie in with the oracle card that came out, actually, because you have keep an open mind, and it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, which is interesting because, you know, maybe with this, where it's like you're trying to sort of paint, you know, what is my ideal person like? You know, what is that person? This person might show up and be completely different to what you had always envisioned, right? What you'd always thought of your perfect person being. Let's have a look at the keep an open mind. That's interesting. All right, it says, the romance angel sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may differ from what you expect. This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type of individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card signals that you've already been introduced to this person, but may have overlooked his or her romantic potential. Take the time to get to know the various individuals you meet, even if there isn't an initial attraction. At the very least, you will learn more about yourself and make a new friend. Yeah, so definitely keep an open mind. Yeah, keep an open mind about if you're meeting this new person, or you, like it was just saying, you might have already met them, but in a different capacity. Maybe, you know, they're friends of a friend, or maybe you've met them at work and initially weren't attracted to them, but you're being asked to kind of give them a second look, right? Give them a second chance, and keep an open mind. So very interesting. So I do hope that the messages have helped, Sagittarius. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.